All right, welcome, guys. We have a JV contest. We're going to do a little short contest, and the best of our knowledge here, and I'll update you when they say announce. We're going to do 2 8-minute halves, running clock. That is what we're going to do for the JV contest tonight. And if I hear something different, I'll definitely let you know as far as that goes. But that's the initial plan right now. Looks like we'll have the Suits brothers and Devin Aldridge on the call tonight.
And we are playing Carmi.
So there's just a slew of information there. And Coach Herman looks like he's going to have a light bench, as he has five girls fixing to take the floor, and I see nobody with no pullover on. So
Yeah, I think that's probably why they decided to go with the continuous clock, because we only have 5 girls.
That's what me and Coach Lawler were on the phone with last night. I was asking him, I said, that's got to be curious. What about these running clocks? He said, well, we have a lot of freshmen, sophomores we want time to give to, but he uses he uses 2 or 3 of those in his games too, and I mean that's a big ask,
Right.
So Carmi, as always, the away team as always is gonna get the ball to start off here. So.
It is nice, though, because a lot of our schools don't have JV teams, so
Yeah,
it's nice for them to get the experience.
The girls need some playing time. It doesn't matter who or what it gets. No good there. Looks like a tie-up. Looks like Nelson on the tie-up there. Some pretty good defense there. And this is just good because, we do have a senior departing this year, who we're going to honor later tonight in the broadcast. And somebody's going to have to take her place. She won't get a 5th year, unfortunately, with us. So
Right.
we're going to have to. So this is the learning, kind of like the developmental stuff. You got to get them ready. So this is big. This is what good programs have to have. They have to play both levels. And I tell you what, I just can't get over the amount of varsity-only contests we've had. And even in the boys,
Yes.
where
That's what I was just saying.
foul on looks like J.C. Brugger.
I was just telling Miss Dennison there that it's amazing to me how many JV-only boys games we've had.
That's never been an issue. I mean, growing up, we had cuts every year. On the we would cut. We'd have to cut 8 or 10 guys, usually freshmen, and that just blows my mind that they don't have enough. You just don't know how many kids have parents that they didn't want to maybe come in close contact with and take the risk. I'm assuming that's some of it because we haven't had a JV issue before this really. So I'm hoping next year with things returning to somewhat normal that we'll get a lot of more JV contests because that's really good. That gives 10 kids minimum a chance to play, and then by the time you put bench on there, you're looking at 15 to 16. That's huge.
Right, it helps build the program.
JC with a good move. Got it.
Good move.
Great move by J.C. Brugger.
Because, when you're a freshman and you don't get that playing time, it does get a little disheartening.
Oh, yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's nice to be able to build the program
Yes,
with JV games.
you definitely want. Yes, you definitely want to get young kids on the floor because you can simulate game all you want, but until you get in there, it's a different story. That's a good save.
That was a good save.
That was a heck of a save. No good. Galton got a box out.
It's a good rebound.
Up and in. And it looks like Carmine with a little full court pressure there. Got a turnover. Nelson on the turnover there. That's going to be out of bounds. I got to be honest with you. Our cheerleading coach has got it figured out with the lawn chair, with the outdoor chair. That's such a genius. That's such a genius move. She's a rock star, I tell you. I'm tell you what my thing I love most about Miss Rushing. I'll be honest with you. She's authentic, and that's what I like about people. If you'll never wonder what side of the fence she's on. You'll know immediately whether you want to know or not. And I just love her to death. Me and Coach Lawler both love her. So she's real good. And when we did the triple header the other day, got a foul on. Looks like they got 25. They got Nelson. And we got a mass break here. We did the triple header the other day, or double header even, and she brought us lunch. She brought us the cheeseburger and fries.
Awesome.
So, and tried to get her to let us pay her, and she said no, and that's the last I want to hear of it. And I go, oh, okay.
That was very thoughtful.
You're the boss. Yeah, she's a real program first oriented person too. You know,
Right.
utmost respect for her. And we got a match time out here.
I just want to say too that foul was actually on JC Blair. I know they look very similar on the floor.
They had their back turned to me.
They look the same.
And the ponytail looks almost identical.
It does.
You have to give me.
It does.
You have to give me credit
well, I
on
had
that.
to do a little double take too, but they look. It's hard to tell them apart down there with their mask and their hair's the same.
I'm gonna guess Nelson has her by about 2 inches, maybe. That's a difference now that they're standing next to one another. But no, they had their back turned to me, and I definitely had the wrong one. But okay, so they got Blair on the foul though. I mean, you do have to worry about foul trouble when you have 5 kids.
I know.
mean, you know.
What happens if one fouls out?
It's
Play
4 on
with
5, just like Hoosiers. You know, when the kid, they wouldn't let the kid re-enter the game. He said, "My team's on the floor." It's not. I think you can play with up till 3, and then it's a forfeit after you go. If you go to 2 on 5, I'm pretty sure. Up and good.
I think I'd want a forfeit if I was 2 on 5. Another steal.
Blaine with the clear out. This is a. We got a shove on Blaine there. This is a tough ask. You got the JV team not getting to play a whole lot because of the COVID season, a lot of varsity only games, and then they got a press slapped on them. That's a pretty. I tell you what, Blaine is making Carmi foul at a rapid pace just because she's so quick. She's hard to stay in front of. And we got a turnover here, coming back the other way. Good pass. Oh, good look. But this is great learning experience here. Definitely when you're playing a bigger school, definitely you have to be more physical. And I'll get into. I've got 3 more B's tonight since it was a good trend last night. We'll keep it up.
Yeah, I like it.
But you gotta. It's bigger schools play bigger, bigger, and they're a lot more physical because they have a little bit more to select from. And that's always the big challenge. Is I don't think the kids fear the size of the school as much as that. Usually those teams are severely physical. Like the Black Diamond Conference is a very physical conference, and that they play in, and it just and the GEC is more of a finesse league, a lot more guard oriented. And turnover here, good pass up, and we got a bump, and that will be Nelson. That will be Nelson. I got it now. I got it. And the only reason I know that is I've seen she's around where I live in my hometown, and I've seen that shrug a million times, so I knew exactly who that was. The I didn't do it wasn't me shrug.
Up and good by number 4.
Good defense by JC. And a jump ball. I love how, I know we touched on the boys, and I guarantee we'll get some eye rolls, but Blair helped that girl up after her and JC went to the floor. I just like stuff like that. You can be tough-nosed and be nice about it too. There's definitely
that was a good open look there.
That was a great out-of-bounds play there.
It was.
But yeah, you can be tough-nosed and gritty and nice too. Those two can coexist. And we have a turnover here, going back the other way. That's a good jump stop. That's a good use of the left hand, assuming that she's not left-handed. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Another jump ball.
I wouldn't be able to tell you if she's actually left-handed. Do you think she's left-handed or
I don't
not?
know.
That was a good left hand.
It was.
Well, I coached Grant Jackson in the 6th grade, and it took me half the year to know he was left-handed. And I was like, Grant, you just have an exceptional left hand. And one day he said, Coach, I'm left-handed. so it definitely happens. Dennison's going to have a look here. Good if it goes. Good rebound,
save.
good pass. And we got another jump ball.
Another jump ball. We might be on a record for...
Might be on a record pace. 58 seconds to go here in the first half. No good there. It looked like over the back on 10. That's who they're going to get, I believe.
Yeah, the press is really getting to the JV Hawks, isn't it?
Like I said, that's a tough draw. I guarantee these 5 have not got a ton of opportunity. Good cutback by Blaine. Good look. That was a good look. Good take. They have not gotten a ton. I guarantee this 5 has not got a ton of time on the press breaker this year. I can almost guarantee you that. And as a matter of fact, I bet, besides maybe just some walkthroughs and stuff, I bet this is probably their first action defending against the press. And that's definitely tough.
Who was that foul on?
I believe.
Is it Blaine?
I believe they got Blaine on a little bit of a shove. And we got 7.6 here, and they stopped the clock for this free throw, so I guess we'll have one last possession. It's going to be tough for Blaine to get a shot off with 3 seconds to go. And that's the end of the first half. Carmi up 2-11.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be Gallatin County ball. Start the second half.
And the good news is that when you take it out half court, you don't get full court pressed. So that's always a plus in the right direction. We get to set something up maybe. This is a good opportunity for Blaine. Carly handles it a lot on the varsity and along with Sydney. This gives her a chance to kind of control the offense and see what she has to improve on for next year, because she's one day going to be called upon to run the offense.
She's a good ball handler.
She can dribble. And they're getting set up into something here. She carried it, I believe. Man, that was a good move, too.
That's a good move.
Somebody is not on number 10. Okay, JC got that figured out. And up and good.
Good rebound. I believe that was that 15 that made that?
Yes, yeah. It was. And
number 30 is in for the Bulldogs.
That's going to be a jump ball here. Going to go back over to Carmi. This is anointed by fire here. Just stuff like this. I mean, you got to think about it. Another thing that hurts is the JV. The only teams they really get to play are the bigger up and good. There, nice shot. And they're going to pull the pressure here up 15-2. The only schools they're getting to play are bigger schools because they have enough girls.
They're the ones that actually have a JV team.
Yeah, that's that's a bummer.
And unfortunately, I mean, we're playing the girls conference tournament next week, and there's only 3 teams in our whole conference that have a varsity girls team.
Yes.
So I wish that they could get more of their own size school competition.
I really wish the conference and the girls' side would fill on out. I don't understand, and I never really asked. As we're going over the back, good rebound by JC. She's a little banged up, but she's going to have to be okay because we only got 5 girls. And but North City in volleyball, they got some 6'2", 6'3" girls that can flat just rock a volleyball. Yep. I don't understand why that they don't have a basketball program. I've never really asked. I don't know if there's no interest. I don't know the answer to that. I mean,
that was a good look.
That was a good look. That was a good pin by JC. She's just got to throw that ball a little bit higher. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. And Crab has a killer softball program. Their softball girls there we got a double dribble here, are good year after year. So I just don't. I'm really confused, to be honest. But yes, it would be nice if we had a 6 or even 8. But 6 would be really good. Dennison for 2. That was a good take there. I like how she didn't hesitate. Put the ball up on the rim, because if you hesitate there and pump fake and let a bunch of arms get around you, you're more than likely not going to draw that foul at that point. So that was that was a really good move by her. No good on the first, but I will say this. I really like that little pre-shot rhythm mechanism she's got going there.
I'm going to have to watch closer this time.
You've seen semi-pro, I'm sure, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know how Jackie Moon shot his free throws. You know, he did several steps. That's not as exaggerating as that, but it's definitely 4 dribble, 3 dribble, spin, bend. Almost put it in. JC with the rebound. Good rebound by JC.
And another jump ball.
JC gets a little bit older, gets a little bit more confidence. She's going to grab that ball. She's going to pin it under her ear. She's going to take that ball back up and get a layup. That's just what you got to learn and grow. They're used to, in the junior high rank last year, the tallest girl could grab the ball, stick it over her head, and hold on to it, and then that's not like that anymore. And they'll definitely grow with that. I mean, I keep going back to her, but just look at the jump that Sydney has made in a year. She's always the one I go back to. Not that the other girls haven't made some vast improvements, but her jump from freshman to sophomore is just off the charts noticeable.
Yes, I agree.
And I mean, just really, I'm not even referring to her skill. Her skill has improved vastly too. I'm talking about her demeanor. Just when she got out there her freshman year, she looked like she wanted to throw up at times. Like, I just want to go back and sit down. And she would even admit that. I've talked to her about it because I really liked her game. And this year, she goes to the ball. She wants to be involved, and that's just.
And I think it helps too that she feels comfortable with Carly, and that helps when the kind of the leader of the team is making you feel comfortable.
And Carly definitely leads in a different way than maybe some of the years past. She's not as loud and vocal, and I think that calm soothing really helps some of those younger timid kids. This is a very young team. I mean, we have 1 senior.
Right.
And the majority of this team is freshman, sophomore. So that's some good ball movement. Blair drives over to Blaine. I tell you what, they've all kind of got that long ponytail going.
Long brown hair.
I know it. Good clear out by Blair there. That's something hard to teach a young kid, is to clear space to make sure they can't reach in there and poke that ball out. A little screen and roll there. Tell you what, really patient here by the Hawks. That's tough to see in a young group. Down to Dennison. Dennison up for 2. Oh, good look. Saved out by Carmi. We're going the other way here. That was a good take. That was a good possession.
Got about 2.5 minutes to go in the JV contest.
And that's a really nice gesture by our officials there to let some kids in Carmi that are maybe needing to sub into the game and sitting there for 30, 40 seconds, letting them get in the contest. They're really good about that. Gonna get it on the floor here. Coach Herman telling his group, and he's right, they're playing excellent defense, but they forgot the most important thing when they got done playing good defense. They didn't go get the ball. And JC, tell you what, JC's did some really good things under the goal tonight. She sure did. I had a gentleman I ran into a couple days ago, and they said, I like watching junior high, but boy, they just don't call all the travels. I said, you do realize we'd still be out there calling the basketball game. I'd still be out there if they called all the fouls on it. Blaine took a shot and off the mark. And they're gonna get JC. I tell you what, she may have almost two out of, she has 3 team fouls. She definitely gets her money's worth every time. I like that. But yeah, I said we'd still be out there if they called every travel that there was. Blaine looking to push here. Good crossover. Good look. Just a little bit hard. That's just right there is just not being on the floor very much together right there. Bree probably should have took a little bit better angle to give herself a chance to catch that ball on the run, but that's just a really tough ask when you're not getting a bunch of reps together because you're not getting a bunch of games like because we talked about the depletion of the JV squads. That's a really telltale sign. And see, that's the benefit Carmi has. They play in a pretty big conference, so they have a lot of big schools that have 2 teams and probably freshman teams even.
Right.
I wouldn't doubt that Carmi has a
played.
freshman team. I mean, I would say they do. I would have to get confirmation on that, but. But like I told Coach Lawler, he's got more girls than he had last year, so hey, that's a start. And then we have an 8th grade class coming in that has quite a few in the 8th grade class, so I'm pretty confident the numbers are going to grow next year because we're going to lose 1 girl. So.
Right. And it helps that Coach Lawler and Coach Herman are always trying to get those younger girls playing time as far as JV games go. I mean, they're always ready and willing to play, even if it's for the 8-minute halves or 5 minutes. They just want them to get exposure.
And make no mistake about it. Coach Lawler would take that bus out to L.A. to play the Clippers or the Lakers if it meant he could play a game, because that's how crazy he is about playing basketball. So, and that's going to be the end of our contest here. It looks like they set the clock for 10 minutes. I think we're going to do maybe an 8th grade presentation. And we'll be back here in just a little bit here. I'm going to see what they're going to do, and then we'll make sure we get the presentation to you and get the game to you.
Good evening and welcome. Tonight we are going to honor our one and only senior Lady Hawk who will be graduating this year. Our Lady Hawk senior is Miss Haley Wall. Haley is the daughter of Johnny Walby of West Frankfort and Kia Olin of Shawneetown. She is the granddaughter of Netta and Lady David Mills of Ridgeway.
I'd like to just touch on the little bit I've gotten to know Haley, watching her on the court. I just love her leadership and what she brings to the program. She stepped right into the Gallatin County way, if you will. She definitely great kid, leads by example, is, from what I've heard, great in the classroom, and just everything you want out of a young lady. And definitely, Coach Lawler just raves about her. He raved about her about the first time she stepped into practice, that he thought she was going to be a key part to what they were trying to do. And she does a lot of good things, and just want to congratulate her on a great senior year and wish her the best on her incoming endeavors. And definitely just a great kid and deserves a lot of recognition. Great job by our cheerleaders doing their cheer to this school song. Great job. We got about 8:20 to go, and we'll have lineups, national anthem, and the call. Tune back in here in about 8 minutes, or stay put and grab you some popcorn, a soda, or sweet tea, whatever you desire. We'll see you in a bit.
Will you please stand and raise the flag for the playing of the national anthem? Welcome to tonight's game between the Carmi Lady Bulldogs and your own Gallatin County Lady Hawks. First, the lineup for the visiting Lady Bulldogs. At guard, number 2, Jasmine Smith. At guard, number 11, Katie Milligan. At guard, number 12, Jessica Smith. At forward, number 21, Grayson Huff. And at forward, number 32, Ellie Gray. And now for our own Gallatin County Lady Hawks, at guard, number 12, Carly Foster. At guard, number 5, Cindy Pickett. At forward, number 10, Haley Goldley. At forward, number 30, Jenna Vickery. And at center, number 45, Mackenzie Russell. Coach will now call her different.
Okay, we are about to kick off the varsity game between the Lady Hawks and the Carmi Lady Bulldogs. My partner in crime has left to run an errand, so I guess I'm on my own for now. I will kick off the game. Shot by Huff is no good. It's off Gallatin County, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Mackenzie's got a pretty good little matchup tonight in Ellie Gray. She's also tall, and so they should match up well tonight. Bulldogs are being patient on offense here. Getting a lot of passes in, making sure they get a good look. Just a quick turnover there by the Hawks. Haley was trying to pass it to Carly, just a little too hard. Gray. Tries to shoot over McKenzie, no good. Huff gets the rebound and puts it back up and is fouled. Looks like they're going to get Sydney Bickett for the foul, just her first foul and the first team foul. Grayson Huff will shoot 2 shots. First one is up and good. Second one is good as well. Shot up by Carly, no good. Good rebound by Sydney, but they're going to get her for the foul. It's 2 quick fouls on Sydney. That'll be a Carmi turnover. Lady Hawks basketball. Great pass and a great catch by Kinsey and put it right in the hole. That's just hard to defend, even for someone like Ellie that is as tall, if not taller than Mackenzie. It's still hard to defend that. Smith for 2, no good. Rebound by Gray, up, no good. Rebound by Milligan. I'm going to give him another shot. And the shot by Gray is good. Lady Hawks tried to do the same pass, but this time Ellie Gray was able to defend that and deflect it and into the arms of the Lady Bulldogs. So far, this has been a pretty fast-paced, back-and-forth game. The score doesn't show it, but we are going back and forth quite a bit. Same pass and the same move. It worked again for Kinsey. Shot by Million. No good. Rebound Huff. No good. Going back the other way. Shot up by Carly. And they're going to call Milligan for the walk there. And we're going to have a mass timeout. So with 3 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first quarter, score is 4-4. good pass to Kinsey. I'll give it to Kinsey. She's been ready for those passes, but those girls are just finding her and giving her a good feed for her to make that shot. Oh, my partner made it back.
I'm sorry, I was talking some fundraising, FFA stuff, FFA alumni meeting. I'm always working, even when I'm not working. It's unbelievable. Sorry about
Big
that.
deal, I had it handled.
Don't ask Sam that, though. She wouldn't agree with that statement. I tell her I would. As I always tell her, I'm watching the Illinois game, I was like, I'm working here. I'm working on stuff. Sydney with a walk, though. 6-4, we're off to a good start.
I'll kind of recap what you've missed. Kinsey has had all 6 of our points.
Okay, very nice.
They're getting the ball down low, and as you can tell, that's what I was talking about earlier to myself, felt like. But they have a good matchup for Kinsey in Ellie Gray. They're about the same height. And,
yes, I see that.
So it's a good matchup. Ellie Gray for 3. No good.
I'll tell you what, Kinsey gets over that rebound. Nobody else is coming near it. She gets those arms wide. Me and Abby were working on that today out at the courts and at the Ridgeway Park, getting wide and stuff. And I use her as an example. She said, "Daddy B, I'm not that tall." I said, "Not yet, you're not." Victory for 2, no good. Sydney got turned around, stop ball high. Great job. For 2, no good. Good. And Harley's looking to push here. She's got a one-on-one matchup. She doesn't take it though. That's probably
takes the long
three and got it. Hook it. Wow.
I feel like that was going to be one of those, like, why'd you take that shot? Okay, it went in.
No. Good shot. Is what the coaches say. No. Good shot. So definitely good job. Good help there. That's great help. Our lone senior will not show up in the stat sheet. Will not show up in that. Got a box out. That will not show up in the stat sheet, but our senior helped down. Kinsey was beat and let her recover, and that's just textbook defense. And I was touching on her while you were down there during the presentation. What a great senior leader she has become. She is, and just the thing she does on and off the court is fantastic. I was talking about how I love her demeanor. She's team first. She's very good with the younger kids. Encouraging them on, and just a great kid overall.
Right.
Well, from what I see,
she is a great kid.
So that's good. Carly for 2, no good. 13 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 9-5 Hawks. Carmi is going to probably set a play up. Looks like a little 2-woman game here. Pick and roll. For 2. Good. That was a good shot.
9-6.
And at the end of 1, 9-6 Hawks. We'll be back in a minute. And we're back. Carmi is going to get the ball to start the second quarter here. Carmi going to run a little flex offense here. Good defense by the Hawks here against that. They run this turnover by Carmi.
She just wasn't ready for it.
Gallatin County runs the same offense in both levels, and junior high and high school, so they're very familiar with that offense. That's pretty much a staple. And they're going to run 4 out, and they're going to try to get the ball to Kinsey. They're being patient. Down to Kinsey. That was a good look there from 3 foot. It just didn't go in. She's definitely not used to somebody looking her in the eye when she catches the ball. That's definitely something she'll have to adjust to as the game goes on. Screen, great job by Sydney. Great block.
Good block.
Great, another block. Kinsey's having a block party and everybody's invited.
Wide open shot there. She got it. There was some confusion there.
Well, Kinsey was in the help, and then she lost containment of who she was guarding, and that's what happens at this level. You lose who you're guarding, and you'll get burned. Sydney with some good hands to make that catch there. Kinsey didn't have really good position. Carly from different area code, and it's good. Wow. That girl's got some range. She's shooting some college threes tonight. Coach Lawler is probably going to be content as long as she keeps hitting the bottom of the net.
Smith for 3.
No good. Good rebound by Gwaltney. And good awareness to throw that ball up. That's fine. That is a great job by Sydney there. Did not force that into 3 people over Carly. I know this play, and it looks like Carly's going to come off of a screen for a skip pass. It wasn't there. Ooh, Sydney. Near turnover.
Close there.
That was some tight roping. Good job by her. Good find the middle. Not there, not forcing. Love it. Yes, that is good ball movement. Coach Lawler pretty happy with the ball movement. Carly for 2. Wow.
Shot.
She woke up on the right side of the bed this morning.
Just feeling it.
I love it. She did that a lot in the Harrisburg game, too. I didn't get to watch. We were broadcasting. I watched it, but I have to admit, I fell asleep like 6 times because I was just giving out when I got home. I didn't even remember turning it on.
Smith for 3.
Got it. 14-11. We got a good ball game here. But Harrisburg, they were hitting she was hitting a lot of difficult shots. She's hitting those shots. They're a different team because you have to honor McKenzie one-on-one down low like they're doing now.
It's kind of like we talked about, though, last time we did this broadcast.
Good catch. Oh, I've got to finish that. That was a good look.
Anytime I walk into the gym, and if Carly's in the gym, Carly's shooting.
That's great.
And she works. She works for it.
Up and good by Carmi. We got a 1-point ball game here.
We've got 4 minutes left in the second quarter.
Yep, we do. Sydney almost loses the handle again, but doesn't. Harley for 3 again.
Downtown.
No good. And McKenzie very wisely does not pick up that over the back. Carly almost around the ball here. Carmi going to take their time.
Milligan for 3.
Harley's going to look to go. Good job by the Bulldogs of stopping her from driving. She wanted to get that ball out and go. Gallatin County going to take their time here. Good hands by McKenzie. Good find. Almost got it. I thought that went in.
a mass timeout or a called timeout? Okay, he called timeout.
Called timeout, and I bet they're going to put extra time on for the mass timeout. That might be my guess.
So while we're on here, and some Carmi people are probably listening, I'm from Carmi. I live in Carmi. I
Yeah.
grew up there, but I'm just going to tell kind of a story on Coach Wolf, who's
Okay.
their girls coach there. He's one of my friends. So he was always like a really hard-nosed football coach. And he's tough, and he's loud, and he's competitive as they come. And a couple of years ago when he got the girls' job, I saw this just transformation in him, which was awesome. Because, coaching girls is just so different. And you have to be a little bit more compassionate and not so up in their face and excited.
You do.
And he has completely adjusted to that and built a program where the girls love him. And you see they have tons of girls sitting down there just ready to play for him. And I think that's just says so much about him and his character.
That is a great story, and that is exactly right. I tell you, my first experience with dealing with coaching girls was we had a basketball camp, and we had boys in the morning and girls in the afternoon. And a couple of the guys in the afternoon had some work obligations, couldn't make it, so Coach Patton, Coach Herman, Coach Crawford at the time calls me in. I've never worked with girls, and they put me with the third grade girls. And I'll never forget, with boys, you challenge boys a lot, and girls, I found out really quickly, it's just not exactly like that. And we grew together, and by the end of the week, we were the loudest group in our corner because we had so much fun, and I really enjoyed it. So that's a really good story, and that is, and Coach Lawler has learned that. He used to be a lot more high-strung than he was with the boys.
That's the same with Coach Lawler.
And
that's exactly right.
And I told him, I warned him before he took the job. I said, "That's different. You need to know that it's different." And he's adjusted well, but his excitement rubs off, and he's toned it down, and it's definitely fun to watch. Great rebound by Kenzie. Played a little. Oh goodness. And that is a turnover, and that's a tough one. Kenzie just played tap up until she could get under it and corral it. That is just good, and that, almost a turnover. They've been dangerously living near that half line all night long, both squads. Mackenzie content with letting her shoot from 17 foot. Good. Oh, goodness. Looked like good defense, but Mackenzie might have got him on the bump. I can't see from here. I'm going to say what caused that was she turned her body, and that's usually what happens. You stay square, you stay straight up, they'll give it to you. When you use your body to kind of contort the blow, they're going to call the foul. I'm not saying but that's a very consistent call that all officials make, so I'm gonna go with that and be okay with that.
That's been good by Smith.
I think that is the biggest coaching gripe. I know for me, I never got too upset. I can't say upset, that'd be a lie if I'd say no upset, but overly upset as long as it was is consistent. If you were gonna call it tight, not let everybody reach, but you were calling that on both sides, that okay, fine. If you're letting them beat and bang a little bit and you're doing that on both sides, that's fine. And I think most coaches, if you ask Coach, what's the number one thing of the official, and they would say consistency.
Right.
And the Suits brothers, with their probably 100 years of refereeing experience, are about as consistent as you can ask for. So. And Carmine went to a 2-3 zone. That is a big respect to Kenzie Russell. Definitely don't want her to catch down there. Miss Gwaltney took a shot right to the ribs. That's a turnover. Sydney's got to stop ball high. Great job. Great job.
Good defense.
It was good defense. And Gallatin County very fortunate there. Carly got that ball knocked away, but it's going to stay with the Hawks. Minute 16 to go in the second quarter. Looks like Carmi doesn't have a team foul in the half. And we only have 3.
We only have 3 fouls.
So
in the whole half.
pretty clean game in the first half. And that's what you like to see. The referees get to stay out of it and let the girls play. And I guarantee they know where this is a zone, but make no mistake about it, they know where Carly's at all time. She is the exception to the rule. Vickery got to look to square up and shoot her to pressure. Carly will shoot that ball.
Stubblefield with the rebound.
That is just that's a tough call for that's a tough shot for Carly. No, she's knocked a couple of those down, but she's 5 or 6 foot behind that line. 3-pointer for Carmi, no good. Great rebound by Carly. She's gonna push. If she'll do it if she's got numbers. She doesn't though. That's what I love. Last year she would just barrel through there. That's a 3 if it goes. No good. And they're going to call travel, and I like that
Yeah,
call.
I think it was actually a good call. Not just because it went our way. It just seemed like the right call to make.
It was accidental, and you're not supposed to, a trip, an accidental trip. Sid looking to drive. Oh, dribbled it off the girl's foot. Whoa, very fortunate. We got 16 seconds to go here. 15-14. Carmi. And that is up and, oh, goodness.
See, that's what they did the first 3 plays of the game, and she scored every one of them. That's why they went to that zone, I think, because it's exactly what they were doing.
She has great hands.
She does.
I love how she has finesse. Usually when you think of post player, you think bruiser, break the backboard. I mean, that's a 6 foot, I'm going to guess around 1 or 2 foot with just feather touch. I love it. And it's something you can't teach. You have to have that. I mean, you can't teach touch. I mean, that's 2 huge free throws. 9.8 to go here in the first half. Galton needs to stop. Screen. That is good defense. Good if it goes. Oh, goodness, off the board.
She got it off the board. All right, we're going to halftime with Carmi leading the Lady Hawks 18-16.
Are we going to get a cheerleading performance, or we had one?
Well, it looks like they are walking off, so if we do, if they come back, we'll go back live.
Sounds good. And we're back. Galton County to get the ball to start the second half here, down 18-16, start of the third.
Oh, I didn't change it. Okay.
So minus 2 points. So for us. So not for Galton County. Galton County going to be patient here. Looking at Kinsey. Great look. Looks like that's how they started the game. Am I correct by that?
Exactly how they started the game, right there.
Unbelievable sometimes, and young kids, how you get away from what works early, and just that 10 minutes you get to talk about it. It's like, what have I told you? Oh yeah, I know. It's like Carly did an excellent job of getting over that.
Smith for 3.
No good. We got a rebound. Great rebound by Vickery. She got to be strong here. There we go. They want to take that ball and put it down around their belly button, and then coaches are like, get that up below your chin. You'll hear Coach Lawler say that several times. And Carly being patient here. Sydney here looking. Great job.
She about did a 360.
Great job by Vickery coming. Kinsey got to not get that moving screen there. Good screen by Sydney. Sydney got to look to attack. And we got a player control foul on Mackenzie Russell. Her second, which is still okay. Not in the danger zone yet. And we are 6.5 to go in the third, and we got a tie ball game. Got a good one. That's going to be short. And Coach Wolf doesn't want to know why he didn't go get that ball. And you get caught ball watching. It's amazing. You just watch it, and it just before you know to react, it's over. I mean, it is tough. If you play pickup ball to whatever level ball you played. Gwaltney wide open, and nobody's seen her there. Vickery got to look to be aggressive. They're not even putting anybody in her area code. And they're making a collective effort. They're saying we're not going to let Mackenzie catch the ball, and that's a pretty good strategy.
Yeah, that's a good game plan.
That's a pretty good, and it's going to stay right here. And Carmine's going to face guard the inbound here, try not to allow. Well, I think he might have had a little bit more than that in mind. A little hesitation by Carly. Sydney does a good job. This is some really good defense. Good screen.
That's what I was going to say.
By Vickery.
Milligan's playing some really
good
tough
find
there.
and good look.
It's just a good pass. That's what I was saying earlier on here when you were gone. That our girls are just which they probably work on that quite a bit in practice, but they are just having really
and
great
that's
passes into Kinsey.
Very good find for a freshman. That is a heck of a pass for any grade level, but for a freshman, they're going to get Kinsey. That's going to be her third. She's going to have to watch it. And Coach Lawler alluded to it just then. You heard it. You jump when you have that kind of height advantage on somebody, and you're begging to be called for a foul. I mean, that's just the logistics of it. I just about reverse jinxed them on that because I said they've shot the ball extremely well from the free throw line because I think they're about, from the I sit down, they were about 4 for 4. So that's a little bit different flavor than we've seen in the last 3 or 4 games we've called. And there you go. See, I did it. So Hawks are looking to set something up here, up 20-18 with 4:45 to go. Carly for 3. That's a better shot for her, and got it. Bang. That Coach Lawler lived with that. That's a half step behind the three-point line. That's a lot better than another area code. Galton County going to go to a zone here. My thing is they can't have Mackenzie around chasing everybody with 3 fouls. She's got to be smart. Got to be smart. And they're going to look for them to Good hustle by Carly. Get on that ball. Great job. Gonna stay with Carmi, but that may play big down the road. We get a jump ball going our way late in the game. We're gonna have a mass timeout. And I'm gonna try to get an update on the boys. I don't know if I'm having any luck or not, but I'm gonna for sure try. Have you heard anything about the boys?
I have not heard anything. I guess something we can talk about is the busy week ahead. We've got the boys are traveling to Thompsonville tomorrow night. Thursday night, the boys travel to Carmi, and the girls go all the way down to Caro. Friday, the boys play Crab Orchard.
Is that senior night, right?
That is senior night.
And then
Saturday,
we have El Laredo. The girls will be here and the boys will be over there, correct?
that is correct.
All right, that sounds great. Coach Lawler trying to settle his group down a little bit here. When you switch defenses on the young group, sometimes you'll just get them a little bit nervous. Ooh, that's dangerous business.
That was dangerous for Kinsey.
That is dangerous business there. And Coach Lawler is frantically warning her to stay on her feet. She got very fortunate. She got the block. She's playing tennis. She's swatting everything in sight, but that's not what they need out of her. 15, got it.
Shot.
I tell you what, Carly brought our bag of tricks tonight. She's done a little bit of everything. Spot up from junction all the way to just stepping back. I mean, she's done really good. And Gap County rotating really well in that zone. There you go, Kinsey. That's what we want to see. We want to see you on the floor in the fourth.
Stubblefield for two.
That's good ball movement. Carmi was very patient there. That's a good screen. Carly. That's a good call. I tell you what, sometimes.
Is that their first foul of the whole night?
I believe it is. First team foul of the night. And I tell you what, sometimes you have to, you don't get the foul calls when you're a post player because they're just used to great look. Oh, goodness. They're going to get Gwaltney for a push. And like I was saying about post players, they beat and they bang so much that sometimes they don't get the benefit of that call because it's so physical down there. And it's just good to see them get the call. Kinsey just got to be smart here. And Kinsey playing center field, as we call it in basketball. I know it's a baseball term, but she's pretty much just daring her person she's guarding just to beat him three, and she's going to help down and make sure they don't get any layups. Great job by Sid the Kid. She loves that nickname, by the way. I could not believe that. Because I asked her, because I told Coach Larson, ask her to make sure she's okay with that because I don't want to obviously step on toes, and she told him that she likes it. So I'll go with it. Great defense by Sid the Kid.
Good pass.
Good drop step, and that is a good move.
It's a good move by McKenzie.
That is something she would not have done last year.
Right. And even early on this year. Honestly, that first game we did here, just seeing her do that move is an improvement.
Definitely. There's just traditionally people, first free throw, up and good. There's just certain people that get off the slow starts. Baseball, basketball, football, and she has her career. I've watched her from freshman up. She is traditionally a little bit of a slow starter. It takes her a couple games to get engaged because one thing she plays very big, but she's kind of a timid girl, and that doesn't. I know Andrew Drone. I trademark great defense by Carly, and everybody wants the biggest person on the floor, tallest person to be the enforcer, and there's just
Right.
people that sometimes that's just not their mentality.
Right.
Andrew Drone would rather high five you than hit you. I mean, that's the kind of person he is, and people couldn't understand that. They were like, "Gosh, I wish he would be more tough and mean," and it just really wasn't his. 5-second call on closely guarded on Carly. And that was just one of those where she probably thought she had separation at one time to reset the count, and give a lot of credit to Carmi. They played really tight defense on that possession. That's a great job getting over that screen by Carly. That was a great job not to foul by Mackenzie.
Yeah, that was a good move there, too.
And I want to touch on that right there from the people at home. Seth Ramsey was the master at that right there, and Carly is well on her way to doing the same thing. She had a step on her defender, and opposed to trying to cut back and steal the ball, she just ran right into her knowing she had the step and she's going to get the blocking foul. Seth would make point guards go to the corner and cry. He was so good at it. Good find. Wow, what a move. Didn't go, but that's a heck of a take. You got to be fine. That great hustle by Gwaltney. That girl didn't travel because she was on top of her body. That is what a break for Carmi. Next dead ball here. Carmi's done that twice now. Look at her hustle back. That is grit right there.
Yep, it is.
That is grit. And then takes the charge. Wow, what a play.
She came
Guys,
from nowhere.
If you want the definition of grit, I'll give it for you. She got pummeled on this end. Took her a second to knock the cobwebs loose, I'm assuming, and got up. And Coach Lawler going to take a timeout. I don't blame him. He's going to check on Gwaltney. That right there, if you want to show, you want a kid, if you're a young kid and you're a coach and you want to say, you want to play for me, show them that 10-second clip. She was completely out of that play, busted her tail on this end, sets up and takes gives up her body and gets nailed again and takes the charge. That's A+ stuff there by our senior. We expect nothing less. You lead by example, senior leader. You expect nothing less. But that kind of stuff, I'm probably a lot more excited than the people at home about it, because as a coach, you preach that from just day one. You know, I told Abby today, there's so many things you can't control. You can't control how tall you're going to be. You can't really control how quick you're going to be to an extent. You can work at it, but you can control your effort. You can control your effort every second of every day, and that's what you have to have. It's got to be effort. You got to want it more.
You didn't say the 3 B's for tonight.
Okay, so I didn't. The 3 B's is we had to be ourselves. So the first B was, most of the time when you play a bigger school, they're a little bit more physical than you. So we have to be ourselves and take care of the ball. The second thing is we have to be aggressive. A lot of times against bigger schools, you want to be timid against them. They intimidate you because they're a bigger school and they've had success against you in the past. And the third is just be a rebounding team. We have to rebound, limit Carmi on their second chance opportunities. And so far, the 3 B's have been a success. And the patent is pending on that, by the way.
Carly dribbling around.
And it's going to go this way. And we've got 43 seconds to go in this third quarter here. The Hawks lead. Win the last 2 minutes. That's a big thing of mine. And we're going to get a moving screen.
I believe they called that on Smith.
Carly for 17, no good. Great job by Kenzie not fouling there. It seems weird that we've only had like 16 fouls the whole game. She's got half of them. That's tough draw. Good job by Vickery there. 3 seconds to go. That's good if it goes. I was going to say, that would be 6 points for that girl at the end of quarters.
Right.
That would be brutal.
Yep.
So it was for naught. Fountain County leads 27-20. Got a minute break here, and we'll be back. Oh, and we're back. Carmi gets the ball to start the fourth here. We got a good job by Carly off to the races here. She wants to force, but I don't think she's going to. That's a great job. Great job. Carly from a different area code. Got it. Wow. Bang. That is the third three. I mean, she hopes she's got a long distance plan on her cell phone because she is dialing long distance tonight, folks.
Have you been looking up sayings?
No, I'm in the zone tonight. But yes, I have.
No, you know what? And that's hard to defend because you don't expect that shot to come out. But I guess after the second time, third time now that it's happened.
You know, shame on you if you fool me once. Shame on me if you fool me twice.
Yeah.
You know, but I mean that's good defense. I mean, it's hard to defend somebody that's willing to pull up from the orange line. That's tough. It's so funny now to watch them. They're up and ready to defend when she catches the ball because she's in range when she walks in the gym tonight. And it's turnover. And they are going to deny Carly the ball and not let her catch it back. That's probably a good strategy as well. Gives up baseline. They're going to get Sid, I believe.
Sid the kid for
Sid
the
the
foul.
kid.
We got Smith to the line. 2 shots.
That's 3 on Sydney. That's something to keep an eye on. Really not used to calling her name for foul trouble very much. And that's what happens when you don't cut off baseline is you open yourself up to get your other teammates in foul trouble because Sydney comes over to help, which is great. It's great what you teach. And I thought Coach Laura was telling his girls to walk to burn time. That's actually a play call.
I thought he was too.
I thought he was like walk like the burn clock, you know, which is kind of some of the game plan. Carly for 3, no good. That's good hustle by Gwaltney there. Carly was surprised she was that open, and that happens sometimes when you're being guarded. When you're being guarded from the time you walk in the gym, it just sometimes you get too open. You see it a lot in the NBA happen that way. You get too open. I know that doesn't make any sense. Great defense by Carly.
Shot by Gray, no good.
Got to be strong. Gallatin County's ball. That's one of those times where Coach Lawler is going to, I guarantee he's going to correct over here about grabbing the ball and putting it to your chin. First thing a freshman wants to do a lot of times is grab the ball, bring it down to their knees, and that lets everybody have a hold. So definitely something that they'll go over with, but definitely a freshman that has pretty much just from day one saying, well, you're part of the 5, get in there and make it work.
Right.
So. So my editor, my lovely fiance, told me that saying was terrible. I'm assuming that the one about the dialing long distance, but
I mean, it was a little cheesy, but
I refuse to take criticism from somebody who still thinks that Friends is still the end thing. And so I just want that known. Great look. Waltney got to step to the ball. That's a great pass. Got to step to the ball. Great job by Gwaltney. Oh, she stepped on the line. Great defense. Does she not just mesh with this group so well? Like you just don't. You swear she's been here for the whole duration, from since 6th grade on.
I was just gonna say, I wanted to remind everybody this is her first year playing since when was that? Her junior high days. Coach Wolf did not love that call.
They've been calling that all night, though. That's about the 3rd or 4th illegal screen. These girls are definitely moving a little bit on their screens, both sides, and they've been consistent with that call. So I understand the frustration. And we're back here. And I hate to speculate a little bit, but a lot of times when you're a little bit noisy about how something's being called, it gets called like that just to show you that it can be called that way. I'm just speculating a little bit, of course. And we got 1-1 here for Sid the Kid. She needs to knock these in right here. We have been part of no good. We've been part of some wild free throw finishes here the last couple games, haven't we? I just like to see some clean looks. Our boys knocked down some looks, though, last night to put the game away. That was good to see. Good if it goes for three. No good. Great rebound by Kenzie Russell. In competition, bloods are flowing high right now. And that's what you want.
Kenzie!
Don't do it, Jara.
I'm not going to say anything tonight.
Okay.
Garrett Crane yelled at me today like I said he would.
Thank you. Don't. Please.
I will not say it.
Please don't.
No jinxing tonight.
That ball didn't go through the net as cleanly. That was just the basketball gods warning you. He gave you a little brief slap on the hand. Because Coach Lawler, and I tell you what, that I've not seen that in a long time. Both Suits brothers made the blocking simultaneously in the same manner, which they look alike. So that's not as hard to do as you would think between those two. But
and they've ref together for
about 100 years combined.
Years, so.
And I don't mean that in a negative,
right.
like an old. I mean, they've each done it 50 years apiece.
Right.
I mean, there's 100 years of court experience out there. Get in there, Carly. No good. Gwaltney, great hustle. Good job.
She is just scrappy tonight, isn't she? I'm impressed by Haley tonight and her effort.
You can tell she wants to win on senior night. You can definitely tell that.
Got a timeout?
I tell you what, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean this in the wrong way at all. She is pretty rambunctious for a former cheerleader. And I'm not being any certain way about that. I'm just being serious. I mean, she thought it was great, the reference that I made. She made a point before we went to Harrisburg when I made the Little Giants icebox reference to her about putting the pom-poms down a half and coming out in the football uniform. Because I tell you what, she's right in the middle of everything tonight, and that's just great. Coach Lawler was very fortunate to have her come to him when she did, because she is a great example, and she's always in the right spot, and she does a lot of things well. And see, what I want to do here is I want to tell you guys the Illini basketball score, but because I'm such a jinx freak, I will not tell you the Illini score, so you have to look it up on your own. But I am okay with how the game is going right now, in case anybody's still watching this and wondering. I'm okay with how it's going. That's how I'm going to leave it at that. And I'm not looking at it again until the game's over, unless there's a timeout. Here we go. Oh, Kenzie. Very fortunate we didn't get that fourth foul called there. She's just got to be straight up. That is just perfect defense.
We're just not rebounding.
They had that on victory. I'm holding my breath right now under that goal. There's a lot of time left here.
All right, it's going to be 1-1. There was so much commotion going on down there, it was hard to tell what the actual foul was.
The coach wanted it to be active shooting. Suits brothers ruled it on the ground, and they compromised with a 1-on-1. See that? Everybody can get what they want. No good. I'm going to guess Kenzie's got close to 10 or 12 rebounds tonight. She's rebounded the ball really well. Carmi's going to amp up the pressure here. with an 11-point lead. Gallatin County's got to get the shots they want right now. You can't go into hibernation, but you can definitely. Great job by Sydney there, being strong with the ball. They're not. Yeah, Coach Lawler telling her she's all right. There wasn't nobody in guard distance. They're not counting. Just sit out there and chill. Carly, for 3, bang. Get her some butter because she is on a roll tonight. See what I did there?
You know you're getting ready to get a text.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Too cheesy.
And we're going to have a travel.
I like it, though. You probably remember because you've been to all the Holiday tournaments, but I always loved Mr. Loudy was our announcer.
C the 3, B the 3, yes. And what's funny is he took suggestions because I told him one of the ones that I had came up with, and he would throw that in his rotation. I just loved him.
I love it.
So-and-so.
Sometimes the announcers can really change the entire atmosphere.
Oh, yeah.
And he always
So-and-so
did.
is on fire. Carly there, Coach Lawler yelled, grab it, and she's thinking, if this goes out on my hand, you're going to yell at me, so I'm just going to let it go. Love it. 2:50 to go. Hawks up 14. Doesn't feel that way, does it?
No,
Feels
it
like a
doesn't.
lot like closer, tightly contested game than that. That's just the respect that Gallatin County has for Carmi's ability to get back in this ball game. They can definitely put up points in a hurry. We're going to take care of it.
Tangled up.
I tell you what, that is just a really good safety valve. If you're a guard and you're in trouble, oh, Kenzie's down there somewhere. That's just
Throw it up and hope she can.
Yeah. Carmi really going to have to just be aggressive the rest of the way and hope we miss some free throws.
Got our senior to the line.
For the front end of a 1-and-1. Kenzie. Yep, she did. That was absolutely the correct call.
Good hustle.
You can't be the first to touch it when it comes back in. If you save it out of bounds, that was absolutely the correct call. Great hustle by Carly. Straight up, Kenzie. That's a good job of not falling for the pump fake. Just saying, okay, if you can muscle it over me, then so be it. 2 minutes to go here. Hawks up 35-21. And that's the girl I have to continue to say it. That's the girl that I'd like to see on the free throw line. I shouldn't have said that, but I did. So here we go,
Yeah,
Carly.
let's see if you jinx her.
Yeah, I know. I started and then I could not leave it. I had to finish it because the basketball gods know that I was talking about it. See, look what I did.
That's your fault.
That is all my fault. I take 100% blame for that, folks at home. And luckily, because we live so close to each other, that for me, Coach Lawler's star point guard makes a second. Saves me some face. I'm only going to get a 30-minute call now instead of an hour. And
We got her for the walk.
they did. And there, great job by Carly to grab that ball right off the bat. Don't let it roll. Let that clock go. Sydney with aggressive drive. Great find to Kenzie. Gwaltney was there and she's seen her, but Carly for 3, blocked. Whoa, she may have not walked, but she come dangerously close. Great job. Great rebound by.
Foul was on Huff.
Yeah, and we're talking about no fouls in the first half, and
I know.
they've got this
Things
is
have
be
changed.
11 or 12 here in the second, so it kind of evens out. That's kind of what I always go back to.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, looking out there, Gallatin has not subbed at all this game, so our girls have played the entire game, and I think Carmi has
only subbed a
one.
time.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think they've subbed one girl, and so
It's just
exhausting.
yes, Coach Lawler. When your girls are great. Oh, rebound by Gwaltney. Oh, they got it ripped away. when your girls are gelling like Coach Lawlers is tonight, you just don't want to mess. You're so superstitious, you don't want to mess anything up. We're gonna have a 1-and-1 here. They got Carly.
We've got 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go.
Great rebound by Kinsey. Just got to take your time here, Jared. Take some time off the clock. You're playing the clock at this point. And Carmi's coach just yelled no foul, so they're going to just play it straight up the rest of the way. Carly for 3. Why not?
She's just feeling it tonight. Just absolutely feeling it.
See the 3, be the 3, Carly. Have a night. There you go. Carly looking up to Gwaltney. Sydney with a great pump fake. Carly for 3 more. No good. Gwaltney with a rebound.
It's a good rebound.
I tell you what, she plays big for her size, doesn't she?
She does.
And I'd like to see the senior
Yeah.
knock
Some points on the board.
knock one
30
down.
seconds left.
Knock one down here.
There we
I think
go.
Coach Lawler is going to check Sydney out. And I tell you what, as a player, this means something to these freshmen, these young kids. Just to touch that varsity floor, it means something. It did to all my kids and me too. It means something. It feels different. I know they were just out here not, 45 minutes ago, but it's different and it feels different, and that's great.
Good move there.
And Coach getting his lone senior out. That's a classy move. Checking her out. Great job tonight. Gets the W on senior night. That's a good win. Stripe it, Sid. Oh, victory wheel. No good. And we got a winner. 41-23. Great win by Gallatin County
That's a
Hawks.
good win. And we'll be back on the Hawks Network tomorrow. No, I don't know yet. We don't know
We
yet
don't know.
about tomorrow.
We've got to figure tomorrow out. But we will be Thursday. Me and you will be in action
Thursday
at
we'll be
Carmi.
at Carmi with the boys.
So we will.
That's freshman. That's a triple header.
What time does that start?
Freshman, JV, and varsity.
Wow. What? That's exciting.
Just exciting. So I'm excited.